2016, the branding solution. And we are here on Monday Night Raw, fresh off the back of the Elimination Chamber. And we're going straight into the pre-show, as always, where we have Jinder Mahal versus defeating Flex Freeman. Simple. All these are just to motivate the guys who aren't quite on the card. Angelo Dawkins defeated Wolf. They're about level. Dawkins only got a main deal because his development will run out. I thought I might as well hire him full time as a jobber on one of the shows. Rowan and Harper defeat Finlay and Carino. As you can see, Harper is quality, Rowan is solid. So this is good continuation for them, and it plays into the fact that they lost and Bray Wyatt played the card saying that they would no longer be relevant, so now they're only on the pre-show. Jay Lethal defeated Cody Hall in a solid enough match, which I'm quite happy with. Jay Lethal will finally be getting a proper storyline, so I'm happy with that. Bo Dallas defeated Kevin Kyle. Yeah, meh, not too important. And then Justin Gabriel defeated Shane Strickland. Ever since he's lost that Intercontinental match, Justin Gabriel hasn't really had a proper run. It's finding the right spot for him, and I have a few ideas for the future. And the main event was Jack Swagger defeating Rhino in a 69C+, which I think is probably going to be one of the better matches of tonight's show. As we'll see, I don't have too many matches on the card because most of them were involved in the Elimination Chamber in some way or form. So I've got a lot of angles building new storylines. But this is a great performance from Jack Swagger and Rhino, of course. Our main show starts with 100, which is pretty impressive. Seth Rollins enters the ring holding his title high. As you can see, I am the man. I proved it again last night by defeating Roman Reigns. But afterwards I was attacked by that coward Dean Ambrose, who couldn't win the title match he was in. You know, Dean, you want a shot? I'll give you a shot at Survivor Series to prove that I was the strength behind the Shield. That's the idea, is we're going to slowly move in. Roman Reigns comes out saying that I was always the muscle in the Shield. If you want to see who the strongest member of the Shield is, I want in on this match. Oh yeah, Dean Ambrose arrived on the scene, as he was, late as always. Said you might have been the biggest muscles, but you were the smallest brain. We've both beaten you, and I'm sure we'll both be happy to do it one more time. Now when Triple H comes out and announces there's going to be a triple threat between the Shield at Survivor Series to be the main event. Not a bad way to start the show. I know it's been done in the real world. I wanted to do it myself. I feel where I'm experimenting on the other shows with the title matches, I have to have one that's going to be a guaranteed draw. And still most of the shows, as we know on Shockwave, I'm taking a chance on Oblivion Max. And SmackDown, I'm taking a chance on Emma versus Sasha. Both not going to really change the world on ratings, probably bad ratings. So this one has to stay strong. In our opening match, Curtis Axel defeated Ty Dillinger. Very good match for those two. Yes, this is just to show Curtis Axel. And afterwards, William Regal is joined by Axel and TM61. And he announces that Kurt Axel is officially challenging Adrian Neville for a TV title match at Judgment Day. We'll wait to hear your answer, good sir. So William Regal's playing a slightly posher angle to this, not demanding it, just offering the chance. So that one hasn't been answered yet. And it's for Judgment Day over Survivor Series, which is the next Raw exclusive. I can show you the matches. I can't show you the matches actually because there's a lot of build up to finding the people to be in the matches, but there's only going to be one singles match on Raw, which is the triple threat, and the rest are going to be Survivor Series style matches. But who's on whose team is the surprising stats. In the match, Ring Kings defeat #DIY when Lance Rush is distracted by Jordan and Gable. Well, they're not happy that they lost at the Elimination Chamber. They've been getting outsmarted by #DIY week in, week out. It's their turn for some revenge. And post-match, they put them both through a table. The angles are getting the bad ratings, which is the weird thing. We have a nice little fatal four-way tag team match between a New Day, Shining Stars, Uprising, and Usos. This was to crown a new number one contenders for the tag titles. Yes, the Usos were in the match, these two were not. And the Uprising way. I went with that. I think that works better. They're a nice tag team, good heel tag team. Both very capable in the ring, should be able to put some good matches on. With the Certified G's, who can cut a promo on the two in only the way the Certified G's could. I don't write that one because there's not much to write, you know what it's going to be. It's going to end with the soft. So, yeah. That's for Judgment Day, the match. In a great match, good heat, Roderick Strong defeated Chris Jericho by a pinfall. During the match, Jack Swagger came out to distract Chris Jericho. Obviously, the long story for this one is Chris Jericho got injured by Jack Swagger for a couple of months, just when I was going to use him in a title match or a title picture scene. So Jericho came back and attacked Jack Swagger in the Intercontinental qualification match as such, and then continued the attack, leaving Swagger beat down, and Jack Swagger wants some revenge. So that's going to be a nice little grudge match between the two. Jericho always good in the ring, Roderick Strong proving it again that he's a great asset, and a P- is better than a lot of the Elimination Chamber card. That wasn't meant to be Roderick Strong. Yeah, it was, yeah. Baron Corbin comes out and attacks Roderick Strong in the Intercontinental matches. Actually, we've got a lot of contenders who think they should be going for the Intercontinental. Bad News Barrett won the match at the Elimination Chamber, but now Baron Corbin wants to place himself into those positions as he was in the match, but was never really looked at. He was more in there against Jack Swagger. So that just continues the idea that Baron Corbin is going to be trying to get to the next level. It's a good rating. Our next match, another 73. The Miz defeats John Morrison. We went with a clean win for this. Obviously, they have good chemistry because they were a tag team. I need the Miz to get back up. His in-ring performance rating is terrible on here. I need to get him back up to at least high 70s, early 80s. So he's going to probably be on most shows having matches and probably winning. The Miz grabs the microphone after his win, says, "I want to be back on the top. I want a title match against you, Kofi, and I want it at the Survivor Series." Stephanie McMahon comes out and tells the Miz, "I'm tired of all of you wrestlers demanding matches. Miz, you have to find yourself 4 friends, as you'll be captaining a team against Kofi Kingston at the Survivor Series. If your team wins, you'll have a title match at Judgment Day. Now get out of my ring." So we're going to have a nice little... I have to put Kofi in there. I need to build an opponent for him. And we're going to tease for The Miz. In another good match, Dolph Ziggler defeats Bad News Barrett with a zigzag when the referee got knocked out, and Sami Zayn ran down the referee's shirt to count Bad News' shoulders down. Now this was done to keep Dolph Ziggler looking strong and to get Sami Zayn to get an almost comical moment over Bad News, because Bad News couldn't believe it when he saw Sami Zayn as the referee at the end of the match, and he's furious. And they are having a little match, so that'll be at Judgment Day as well. Another video airing just showing the brutality that Samoa Joe and Daniel Bryan went through in the submission match. I think that was good enough. I didn't find room for anything else. I don't want to cut another promo between them. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a rematch yet either. In my main event, which I'm happy, it was actually better than I thought it would be. This could have been an absolute stinker. But Samoa Joe defeats Bray Wyatt with the Muscle Buster, which saw Kevin Owens attack Bray Wyatt. I'm actually quite impressed with that as a main event. I was worried, and they have good chemistry, so let's see. Triple H's music hits. Bray is still slightly confused about what just happened. Triple H says, "You may have joined the dead man, but I also have people who are happy to help me." And his name is Kevin Owens. And Triple H demands, "Kevin, send him a message." Kevin Owens goes on to beat Wyatt down, nailing off a powerbomb in the ring, outside the ring, and then one more on the barrier, like what he does on the A-frame. And after the attack, Triple H tells Bray that briefcase of yours, you'll be on the line against Kevin at Judgment Day. And if you try to cash it in beforehand, you won't be walking away champion. So, Undertaker aligned himself with Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor, or they've aligned themselves the other way. So now we've got Triple H needing some recruits, and he's recruited Kevin Owens. And I am still deciding who his second recruit will be. And we've got a nice little match for Judgment Day there between Owens and Wyatt. I think that could be a potential show stealer. It's not going to be a ladder match, it's going to be one-on-one. But let's see how the show looked. I'm hoping that we probably just scraped into the mid-70s. They got an 82, because if you look at our actual matches, they were getting better through the night. That's a good show, really, overall. I'm happy with it. So let's head back to the main screen and I'll show you some more of the storylines. And we've made it back to the main screen, so let's see the news. There isn't actually that much going on outside. We've just got a little few rivalries starting. That's quite a good rating by the Dragon Gate Time Crisis. Now let's check the news. The developmental people are complaining again. Brought some up. There's nothing for Stanford, Edwards and Hamilton. And Kyle's only just come back, so I don't want to give him anything just yet. I think that's the fair way to put it. Storyline wise, an 80 for that. 71, which didn't really have too much going on. I had the Jericho Swagger incident. It's meant to be more about the Rio and Angle, but it's working when it needs to. The Intercontinental Future one, as you can see, I put Jay Lethal, Morrison, Gabriel, and Roderick Strong in there. They're all solid guys. I need to find one more heel to put in there, which may end up being Ryback. Depends. 79 for that. Sami Zayn's holding that one down nicely. That's always not going to quite click. It's whether I continue that or not. Because if I don't continue that, I've got to find something for Daniel Bryan. And that's a big thing. It's what can I give Daniel Bryan? I have an idea for Samoa Joe, but Daniel Bryan will need an opponent. This is okay, I'm happy with that. It started slow, but it's only been a promo. Again, they've just had another type of match. This will always probably be my main event attraction. And that's pretty bad. Because Ryback is still in that. he's not ever been involved in title matches, and Big E's just a supporter. Dolph and Miz are still in there because, well, they're pretty good. Let's check who is hot and who is not. Any big KO Baron Corbin, both off Raw. Who's not? Carlito, the only one on Raw. So that should end everything for now. We'll be back with SmackDown next episode. And we are officially 1 week away from being able to get back to National, which is great. Because we actually get more chances to do things. So thank you for watching. And let me know what you think of the new matches lined up on Raw.